So guys, day 3, the Open. We are here, just walking in now. Yeah, gonna go similar to yesterday really. Gonna go check out Dean Burmester for a little bit, and then also going to check out Spieth later in Oosthuizen, and also Dustin Johnson, and yeah, a few others, Adam Scott, maybe Justin Thomas. I think they're playing together. Rory's already played this morning, but let's get into it, guys. It is the Open day 3. I'll bring you guys these videos every day. Make sure you like them, comment your thoughts down below, subscribe of course, and yeah, stay tuned for day 4 tomorrow. And if you haven't seen day 1 and 2, check it out. But for now, let's get into day 3 of the Open. So here we start on the first hole. Just watching Danny Willett here tee off. You kind of have to cross the first hole at Royal St George's to get to some of the other holes. And here you see Willett just teed off. Here he is walking down, and he was playing with Brian Harman, who I have to say is incredibly small, but an incredibly good golfer. And now we just went to the range just to check who's out there. So it's Patrick Reed in the red, and then a few other guys further down the range. It was a little bit hard to see. Here you go, watching Patrick Reed do some wedge work here, and yeah, pretty smooth hits. You know, Patrick Reed, not a fan favorite, but really good swing. And here we see Koepka on the little chipping area. Unfortunately, I couldn't get any more videos. He left soon after, but DJ was on the range with coach Claude Harmon, and here we see Jordan Spieth just rocking up just after I got to the driving range, just walking over. He kind of went in the middle of the range. We got some really good looks at Jordan. Here I watched Dustin Johnson because we were pretty good down the line for a while, and he's obviously one of the best players and best ball strikers in the world. Hits it really straight actually. You know, Dustin Johnson, big fader of the golf ball, but you know, here's a little look down the range. But Dustin Johnson, big fader of the golf ball, but actually, I wouldn't say he fades it that much. Like, probably less than 5 yards, most of his iron shots were fading. Here, Collin Morikawa just walking on the range, and now Louis Oosthuizen following soon behind. Obviously, the last group out on the day. Here, Dustin Johnson on the range as well. And then we had Emiliano Grillo, who he was playing with on the final day, and you guys will see some awesome content of that. Here's Jordan Spieth in the middle of the range. We got a few really good looks at Jordan in this video. We have some incredible footage coming up later in this video of Jordan out on the golf course, some of his highlights. We got some really good positions, some really good videos. Here's Dustin Johnson hitting some 3-woods and some drivers, and it was impressive. I tell you what, it's the first time up close I've seen Dustin Johnson hitting balls at the range, and it was pretty impressive, I'll tell you that. And then we have a good look at Louis Oosthuizen and Jordan hitting just next to him. Here's Dustin hitting some, is that 3-wood or driver? I think he might have moved on to driver now. Yeah, here he is with the driver. Got a good slow motion driver look in a second for you guys as well. The ball flight was very impressive, very stable ball flight for DJ. You know, big fader of the golf ball, but really didn't move as much as I was expecting in the air. Here's a good slow motion kind of look. Dustin swing. There's Coach Claude Harmon just in the looking down the line at DJ's swing. That ball just sets off really solid, really high and really straight, and it didn't move a whole lot in the air, to be honest. There wasn't that much movement on the ball. And also in day 4, we got some really good looks at DJ's swing. Here's Louis. Louis looked incredibly impressive on the range on day 3, I thought. Really solid. We get a few more looks at Louis in this video. And here's Scotty Scheffler, who we also get featuring a little bit later. I then moved into the stands at the driving range just to get a little bit more of a down the line look at these guys. So here we have Jordan hitting on the left, and Jordan looked like he was swinging it very well. Here's Louis on the right, just right of Jordan, and both of them looked like they were swinging it really well. One of the things that struck me the most this week is how stable the pros' ball flights are. You know, the ball really doesn't move that much in the air either way. Here's Louis clipping a few 3-woods away. The rhythm was beautiful pretty much for all the players here. You can see me chilling out on the in the stands on the range. This was the view I had. Was pretty spectacular, beautiful day. It was pretty warm. There was a nice breeze coming off the coast. It was much hotter on day 4. Here's Jordan, a good look at Jordan, then Louis to his right. Louis starting to get the driver out and hit some driver swings. Louis hits it actually pretty straight. Here's a good slow motion look at Louis's driver swing. Hits the ball pretty straight. You know, I actually kind of thought he'd have a little bit more fade on the ball, but actually the ball flight was really, really straight. And here's Louis clipping some wedges away. Check that out, just straight down the flagstick. Nice bit of spin. Here's Jordan, good little slow motion look at him. And later in this video, we have some awesome slow motion looks at Jordan's swing. I got in some really good positions. I was running all over the course, trying to kind of get ahead of the crowd and get in some good positions for you guys. Here's Collin Morikawa warming up on the range on day 3 as well. And here's Jordan. I think that may have been his last driver shot of the range. Finished on a, maybe not actually. We got a good slow motion look at one here. I definitely got his last swing on the driving range. You can see how laid off he gets that club is pretty impressive. Just a beautiful high ball flight. Pretty straight. He did move the ball both ways actually. A little bit of fade and a draw. Here's Jordan just moving over to the first hole. Here's Collin Morikawa doing some chipping. He started off hitting some like 3-wood bump and runs up these kinds of slopes. I didn't get to see him much on the golf course on day 3. That's just because I was mostly following Jordan's group and some other groups, which you'll see in a second. Here's Collin. We get a really good look here at Collin chipping and pitching, working on a variety of shots. He's kind of trying to figure out, you know, what's the best shots to play around here? What does he feel comfortable with? Now he's going for the high one after the low one didn't pan out so well. And, you know, what shots can he do to get out this thick rough? What's going to work best? Go low, go high? How's he going to get the best possible strike on it? Really good, important thing to work on that shot selection, so that when you get in a situation, you have a few different options. First few hours done, having my second ice cream of the week. Actually, not too bad. Second ice cream in 3 days, I think, is pretty acceptable. Definitely want to have a few more of these before the end of tomorrow. So we spent the morning, well, not the morning, but the first few hours just hanging out on the range, watching some good players, watched DJ, watched, who did we watch? Spieth, watched quite a few good players hitting balls. Morikawa was there, Oosthuizen as well. Watched a few people on the chipping and pitching green too, which was good. Now I'm just walking out with the ice cream to the golf course to go find Dean Burmester. I think he's probably through again about 9 or 10 holes today. Probably watch him, follow him through like most of the back 9. It's a little bit tricky when it gets to kind of 17 and 18. You can't really, well, 17 you can follow, but 18 gets a little bit tricky. But I'll follow him through the back few holes, and then I'm gonna try and follow Spieth through the middle holes, and then I might come back in a little bit early, because by the time they get to the later holes, they have a pretty big crowd because they're one of the last groups out. So probably come back in, have some food, chill, because I've been running around this golf course. This will be the 3rd day already, so feeling it, and I want to have lots of energy, because tomorrow, day 4, Sunday of the Open Championship, is going to be a very big day. And comment down below who you guys think is going to win too. So here we started off on the golf course following Dean Burmester. Here he is for birdie on the 10th hole. Beautiful views from this 10th green. It is incredibly sloped. It sits up on this plateau, and Dean rolled that in really nicely. Here's Daniel Berger for par to get up and down, or it might have been birdie actually, I wasn't exactly sure. I joined them kind of on the 10th green. Here's a really good look at the 11th hole, really tough par 3. I think it was about 235 yards-ish. Here's Daniel Berger's tee shot, which was incredibly impressive. It was this like low bullet little 5-yard fade straight up the green. The green slopes right to left. Here's Dean's tee shot in slow motion. Absolutely spectacular views from this hole. Really, really good. Dean absolutely rips the ball, guys. He's like second longest on the European Tour, so one of the longest players in the world. He hit that one I think it was just a little bit short left. I had to kind of jump ahead then. I think this is the 12th tee shots in slow motion here. Good look at Daniel Berger's swing. Thing that struck me most about Daniel Berger, really good ball striker, but very slow on the greens. Very, very slow. Here's Dean clipping a few away. He was hitting a lot of 2-irons. He was absolutely sending it, just strikes the ball so well. And then strutting after it as we walk along. This is the 12th hole here after they've just hit their tee shots. It was awesome watching Dean play in person this week, following him for a few rounds. Here's Daniel Berger on approach to the 12th, I believe. Just left, pin high left at the back, which is pretty good actually to that back flag. Here's Dean. He had like a downhill right to left putt. Hit a really good putt. Had the line, it was coming in from the right. Just left it a few feet short. And here's Daniel Berger for the birdie, which he did manage to get to drop, but he honestly spent about 10 minutes lining that putt up. Dean tapping in for the par here. Again, another beautiful day at Royal St. George's. Here's Dean's approach into, I believe this is now, yeah, it's the 14th hole. His second shot into the par 5 14th, which he did, I think, manage to get on the green. It was a little bit hard to see. Here's Daniel Berger hitting into the 14th. His third shot on this par 5. Just a little pitch, which just came up a little bit long there. The greens were quite firm, as you'd kind of expect, I guess. So some of the players getting quite firm bounces. Here's Dean. I believe this was for the eagle. Really, really good putt, you know, tap in birdie there. And here's Daniel Berger for the birdie, which I don't believe he managed to make. I think he tapped in for the par then. Then we go on to, this is now the 16th. I had to jump ahead. The 15th hole's not really great for viewing. So this is the 16th tee now. Really good slow motion. Look, this is a par 3, about 160 yards. Here's Daniel Berger's tee shot and in slow motion. And here's Dean. Really, really good ball striker. Lots to like about Dean's swing here. Really flushes it, you can see. So much compression in his golf swing. Now we move on to the 17th. The 16th is packed full of people because it's basically like a grandstand surrounds it, so it's very hard to get on there. But this is 17th tee shots. Great look at Daniel Berger's swing here from front on. Absolutely rips it. Really good look at his swing. Quite an unusual swing, but coached by Cameron McCormick, same coach as Jordan Spieth. And here's Dean Burmester's swing on 17 from front on. Bullet 2-iron, hit this one really, really nicely, pretty much straight down the middle, I think, maybe slightly up the right side. And then we join, who is this on? Oh, this was Justin Rose down 18. This is whilst I was waiting for them to play their 17th shots, I believe. Good slow motion. Look, that was like a push draw. Here's Dean just on the right of 17 playing his approach. This was quite a tricky green, not a very long hole, but quite a tricky green. Great approach from Dean though, just to that back right flag. And here's Daniel Berger's. This one was pretty special. I don't know if he was going at this, but check this shot out. This one was pretty special. Nearly goes in and had just a few feet left for the birdie, which I believe he did tap in. Here's Dean's birdie putt, rolling it really nicely. Just manages to stay out on that occasion on 17. Dean played really, really well. Probably actually could have scored a bit better. I think, you know, he felt he probably wasn't putting as well as he could be. But I was pretty impressed, definitely, with the way he was playing. This is Daniel Berger's tee shot on 18. Bullet down the middle. And here's Dean hitting, again, the 2-iron down the 18th on day 3. Really good slow motion. There's so much lag, so much rotation in his golf swing. It was really, really impressive to watch. Here's Dean strolling down this beautiful 18th hole. Just look at this reception's unbelievable down 18. Really, really incredible. Just beautiful day. Crowds applauding you. Incredible. This was, I believe, this was the birdie putt. It wasn't 100% happy with this one, but did tap in for the par, and, you know, good week for Dean. You know, that's round 3. We have a bit more of Dean coming in in the 4th round as well. So next, after that, I went and refilled my water bottle in one of these kind of social areas with one of the big screens. So a bit of deja vu for you guys. I have second ice cream of the day, walking along the exact same place I was walking earlier, heading back out to catch the last 9 holes or so of Jordan and Dustin, and we'll see who else we can find out there as well to bring to you guys, maybe some Louis Oosthuizen stuff as well. Yeah, it's a bit late in the day here now. It's I think it's about 6:30 maybe. A lot of people you might be able to see walking past, heading home. So yeah, let's get out there. So then I went to go try and find Jordan, but on the way ran into Brooks Koepka on 16. This was his birdie putt, which just narrowly misses, and he did tap that in for the par here. Really good. We actually have in day 4 some really good look at Koepka's swing. And listen to this clip. This was really, really funny.
That's the driver.
So as you could probably hear there, that was people asking him if he was loving his driver. That was Mackenzie Hughes he's playing with on the 3rd round. Here's a good look at Koepka's swing. Big, strong guy, really powerful player, very powerful golf swing. And here is Wayne Riley I bumped into. If you don't know who Wayne Riley is, he's an absolute legend. Here we actually did find Spieth, and here is a beautiful look. Check this out. Jordan Spieth's golf swing, round 3. This was straight down the middle, really good high fade, just cuts it back into this fairway slightly. Beautiful look at Spieth's swing there. And this is Dylan Fratelli, who Spieth was playing with. Good look at his swing. Pretty good swing, you know, really good player, having a pretty good year in the majors this year. Here we can see the scorer there walking up, and then here's Jordan strolling up, having some sort of protein shake or something as he's walking up this hole. It was pretty hot, so you definitely had to stay pretty hydrated as you were walking around, especially me as I was running around. So this is Spieth's approach into the 12th hole. This comes up a little bit short right and kind of hangs on the bunker, actually, like hangs on the... It was pretty amazing it stayed there. He wasn't very happy with that one, I can tell you that. This is Dylan Fratelli on the front of the 12th green, just chipping up. Pretty simple chip. He just lagged up to kind of probably 4 feet or so there. Maybe not as well as he would have done. This is Jordan's chip. You can see he's just kind of on the slope there. And this one ran by a good kind of maybe 6-7 feet or so. But typical Jordan Spieth fashion, rolls it in, and that crowd reaction is incredible. They were loving him. On day 3, Jordan was a little bit up and down, I think he was holding a lot of putts, a lot of kind of 6-footers. This is his tee shot on 13, which then this is his second, just on the left side of the fairway. Sorry, 14 that is. 14's a pretty short par 4, but now we jump across to the 16th tee because there was no real good viewing areas, and this is Scotty Scheffler. Not much lag in this golf swing, not much lag at all, not much wrist set. But good look at Scotty's swing there. That was a pretty good shot. Here we get to Jordan on 16. At this point playing pretty well. I think a few under for his day. Great look at his swing here. He's done a lot of work on this golf swing. It's a very different golf swing to what it used to be, and pretty good shot here too. We then went to the 17th tee because, as I mentioned earlier, the 16th green is just packed and surrounded by people, but you can get a pretty good look on 17 if you get there early enough. And here is Spieth's swing from front on again with the driver. Beautiful position, so much better from this angle than it used to be. And Jordan, ball striking wise, was pretty impressive. Like off a tee, to my knowledge, I didn't see him playing on TV. But to my knowledge, he was good off the tee for pretty much the whole tournament. This is Dylan Fratelli, who Spieth was playing with. But yeah, there were a few silly mistakes. I think Jordan will be a bit annoyed with himself, which I believe we're about to see one of them here. This is the 17th. You can see he was pretty far down there. Dustin Johnson was the biggest tee shot I saw on 17. This is Spieth's second into 17, and he was trying to roll it up that slope. And to be fair, that's probably only about a foot away, maybe two feet away from making it up there and, you know, giving him an uphill birdie putt. But he had this really tricky birdie putt left up the slope and hit that to about 5 or 6 feet. This for the par, and just couldn't get this one to go. Misses a little bit right. Here's Spieth on the 18th now. This, you know, this is where, to my eye, he probably, in some ways, I guess, in hindsight, you could say maybe lost the tournament here, but maybe he'll feel that wasn't the case. He loses this one a little bit right, I believe. A little bit right on 18. And here we have Louis on 17 as well. I couldn't, again, the 18th, you couldn't really get anywhere near the fairway or the green, so I kind of hung around this spot between the 17th fairway and 18th tee, which was really, really good. That was Collin Morikawa's ball on the green there, by the way. Again, Louis, beautiful tee shot here. But it kind of leaves you a little bit of an awkward shot. Louis hit, you know, pretty good shot there, but you can't get the ball to stop and grab from that close to the green. Here's Louis' birdie putt here. This was an incredible day, guys. Beautiful weather. Got some incredible looks at some of, you know, Jordan Spieth, Louis, Collin Morikawa, all these guys. Was really, really fortunate. Had incredible weather the whole week. This is Collin for the birdie. Unfortunately, couldn't get that one to go, but here we have a good look at Louis' swing down the 18th here. Struck that one, I believe, straight down the middle. And, you know, just rhythm was just pretty much perfect. And, you know, ending the, you know, day 3 here, guys, it was an incredible day. Here we have Collin Morikawa on the 18th tee. Hits just a beautiful little fade. Great look at his swing there. Such a great ball flight. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like it, subscribe, comment down below, and stay tuned for day 4, guys, coming tomorrow. So see you guys soon.